Assalamu alaikum. I'm Aksha Tariq, the editor-in-chief for the CXO media brands in Pakistan, and I'd like to welcome you all to another session brought to you by CXO Masters Academy. This is a platform for learning for CIOs, CISOs, CTOs, and other CXOs, and not just a knowledge platform, but also, this is what we hope to become the voice of IT leadership in Pakistan. We've had the opportunity of showcasing a lot of great stories, a lot of work that is being done locally with various industries. And today we're covering an industry, or we hope to unpack insights from an industry that is otherwise traditionally, of course, only known as the textile industry, but there's so much more that goes into it. We were just having an offline conversation about, this label about the textile industry and how now it's, of course, got a lot more factions like, say, retail, say, production, say, manufacturing, and also the fashion industry at large. This is also one of the fastest growing industries. And we've seen globally that despite everything that was going on in the world with COVID and other challenges, economic and other challenges that have been present, this has been one industry that has significantly digitized over this period of the last 2 years. So with this, I would like you all to help me welcome our speaker for today. He's someone who's been featured here on the CXO Masters Academy platform earlier on as well. But today he comes and joins us as part of his new organization. So Mr. Hafeez Shah, he is the CIO at Sapphire Spinning Mills. And I'd like to have him introduce himself and tell us about his new role and what he's doing.
Yeah, thank you very much, Aksa. I mean, it's always been a pleasure, communicating with you guys and being on this platform. I think it's, I admire a lot about such, platforms and initiatives, because through this, I think it gives us a lot of opportunity to share ideas and, talk about the industry trends and the challenges. So I think it's a good platform to learn from, other people's experience, rather than, experiencing it and, doing mistakes by ourselves. So as you just explained, yes, I have joined Sapphire Group, basically. The Sapphire Group is a vertically integrated textile group. So, I think in textile, you just name it and we will be doing it. Either it's from, weaving to spinning and making the fabric, and then making apparels. And also we do we are specialized in workwear as well, and we do a lot of exports in Europe and Americas especially. So there is a big chunk of the business that is focusing on export. So my role here is as a CIO. So I'm nowadays, I mean, the role of CIO is very different, I believe. So it's not only about the technology part of it. I mean, we are expected to think of the real business value that can be generated through technology, through digitalization. So I believe that technology or the digital transformation has become the increasingly a need now for organization to even run their day-to-day operations, because then there is opportunity to grow, and also that sometimes it differentiate the business as well. So I think in my role, I am closely working with the leadership team to develop the digital enabled business capabilities, basically that ultimately generate revenue and improve the profits, and that basically constitute the satisfaction level as well. So this is what I'm currently doing, basically.
Thank you for a key insight. And as you rightly said that, now we've seen the traditional setup of these large textile mills that have been in operation for many decades now, or are family-owned businesses that have now, multiplied in terms of their business range also, or product range also. What would you say has been the key innovation in the apparel industry, to keep up with competition? Because even though there have been traditional businesses, family-owned businesses, there's a lot more that's coming in, right? We are looking at e-commerce as a big factor also for changing trends. Of course, at the end of the day, the customer is the same, but of course they have multiple avenues now to go and also purchase. So how does your role fit into, the changing business dynamics also?
Yeah. So, let me tell you something very interesting. So when you talk about apparel and textile business, I believe that there is a lot of room of improvement in terms of automation. And the good part that I have experienced, working within this industry is that the progressive mind people, they are very open to invest. This is one of the biggest challenge when I look at some other industries, because people there, they want to digitalize, they want to have the state of the art solutions, they want to have the latest technology with them. But when it comes to the budgets and when it comes to spending money on technology, I think they are not very much good in this. But I believe in fashion and apparel, the people are very open to invest, as long as, and they are even ready to spend money on experience, because this is technology at the end. Sometimes it work, and sometimes it may not work according to the expectations. And especially I'll tell you something very interesting, that whenever you are looking for a platform, whenever you are looking for some application, there are a lot many local and international players, right? So sometimes it is very difficult for you to even decide on which platform to go with, because good companies, they are so there is a sort of a trend that they do not share their experiences, by the way, within this industry. So sometimes it's very difficult to learn from other or benchmarks some company. So one of the recent automation of the process that we have achieved, I'll share with you that in apparel, so there is a production line, right? So we have introduced a hanger system, right? So that hanger system is basically, so in a production line, for example, if there are 20 players who are giving input, for example, to even complete a shirt or a pant, for example, right? So before, traditionally, everyone from the cutting department, everyone was bringing trolleys, and they were going to station one. So the guy is doing his part, and then he's putting back on the trolley, and then the trolley is going, right? So in this way, the tracking was very difficult, right? All right. So and there was a lot of efficiency loss in this. So as an output, to bring up the efficiency within the process, and to ensure that the time has been managed, because time is very critical in, by the way, apparel. You have a lot of orders are for, like, so the pipeline is, for example, for the next year even, right? So the timing and scheduling is very important. So what we have done, we have introduced the hanger system within our apparel unit. So it is an automated system that, for example, if I am just adding, for example, a zip to a pant, then I will just, there is a automatic rail going on. I will just put my piece on that hanger system, and it will automatically take it to the next person who will do his part, and then it's go on. So in the whole, let's suppose if you are sewing a shirt or a pant, the end-to-end process is totally automated. And then we have obviously a software related to this production line, right? That tell us even the tracking of each and every customer order, each and every item in that customer order, that where currently it is in process, and if there are any bottlenecks from the using this system, it can quickly identify. So this was the recent project that we have done.
Amazing. And as you said, the time is so short, the customer is waiting, you know, and they now have the option of literally just dropping your product and going to another. So that turnaround time has to become as quick as possible.
That's true.
I'd also like to take this opportunity to welcome our second speaker for today, Mr. Ahmed Aftab. He is the CIO at Ebrahim Group of Companies, or Orient Textiles as we know it better. Sir, before you joined in, we were just talking about how, of course, this was traditionally known as the textile sector, but now there's so much more to it, right? We think of it as the retail sector, we think of it as the fashion industry. We also now think of it as the e-commerce sector. So the textile industry on its own has seen so much change in the last few years. We were talking about traditional businesses also, but as you introduce yourself and your role, I'd like you to talk a little bit about the innovations that you have seen in the apparel industry and how to keep up with competition, because it's a very traditional model of large, like family-owned businesses, mostly in Pakistan. But a lot of it has had to change due to innovation.
Thank you, Exa. Thank you, Exa, for inviting me. Assalamu alaikum. As you mentioned that my name is Ahmed. Currently, I am associated with Ebrahim Group of Companies, well-known Orient Textile Mills and Ebrahim Textile Mills, and also comprising of 2 or 3 different types of business. Like we are also in FMCG, a dairy product, Igloo ice cream, Pakistan dairy product, and Imran Crown Cork and packaging. So a variety of business, but all associated to each other. Like in packaging, we have different types of customers, and Igloo is also our customer. And same as in textile, that Orient and Ebrahim are also customer and supplier to each other as well as from the market. In this era, I am basically group CIO, working as a group CIO. Not so long, it's just my first year. But in respect of the textile industry, definitely the current market and the current world situation is directly impacting the business of each area, especially the textile. And we have seen that after pandemic, most of the organization have different types of challenges, same as the textile. And the innovation is really very important for the textile industry as well. And what I am observing that in my past experience, I was associated with the power industry, HUBCO, and different FMCGs like Hilal Foods and Abhasan in Saudi, when I was in Saudi, and NIT in UAE. Textile is a different nature of business and mostly comprises on the family. But all the textile industry in Pakistan are, they know that if they want to grow, they must involve technology in their business, because it is today's need and as well as the customer need, the most important thing, because most of the textile industry, those are exporters and playing good role in the market. They, their customer also demand that what type of technology do you have and what type of controls you have in respect of the systems. In my group, what I see that we are in a phase of transition, and we have a complete roadmap comprising on 3 years. So we started last year, December 2021, and start innovation in respect of the implementation of different types of applications, advanced application like Oracle ERP and other applications like different type of cloud-based HRMS system, and in application side like complete ERP with integrated with our retail system, because we have some different type of application in retail. We are using GTech over there, and it is also cloud-based. So it's really having amazing experience working over here, because we are implementing state-of-the-art technology in our business to enhance its excellence, its proficiency, and its availability. And it also gives satisfaction and more confidence to our internal customer, our users, our owners and the management, and as well as the external customers. And most of the major challenges, there are so many challenges also there, but the good sign is that
on this one, you know, I do have a question. Would you say, because I've gathered some notes from what both of you have said, would you say that in some ways this industry vertical is playing catch up compared to other sectors? Has it been late to adopt, or is it been a COVID, you know, sort of like a blessing in disguise that's coming, or is it something else?
Okay, should I answer it?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. No, I don't think so that it is COVID is behind of this. But overall, the business of textile all over in the world, we have a very big competitors over there in Bangladesh and India. So the most important thing that the textile sector, they all know that implementation of technology for their analysis and their analytics, that's they realize that they have to take decisions on the basis of their system, their data, the information, and the proficiency and the excellence is enhanced when they use systematic control in their business. Before this, business was there. They were doing business and they were exporting. They are doing products and locally in the market, especially in retail. We are also in retail and as well as in export and different thing. But they know that technology directly impact their businesses and all their decisions. So that's why I see that when I check the market and when I check the data of different textiles, that how they are transforming their information systems and their technology. So in last 1 decade, it is not a matter of 1 or 2 years. In last 1 decade, it is dramatically changed. We have big giants over here in textile industry, and they are glowing in the technology. They're glowing in the technology. They are implementing state-of-the-art technology or cloud-based solution, infrastructure, virtualization, each and everything. Same as here in our roadmap, that what we have done, that we decided that we should go having different milestones, such as in first phase, we will automate our system in respect to financials and their supply chain and this using one of the famous ERP available in the market, Oracle, having very good, excellent power, selected very good partner from the market, as well as we are leading towards implementing artificial intelligence and IoT in our business, because we have big range of machinery over there. We have big plants over there. Their preventive maintenance is really very important for us, because this part is very critical in all industries, especially in textile. So in our roadmap, everything is there. We have adopted different machinery. We have selected different machinery having all these capabilities, and also working with our partners, those who intend to work with us in respect of IoT, and to get real-time machine data for the preventive maintenance and their highly availability.
Yeah.
Would you like to add to this?
Yeah, definitely. I think I would like to add to the point, Aksa, that you mentioned, that this industry as compared to the other industry, if you ask for me, yeah, I consider that it's a bit late. But let me tell you something, that what I have experienced, that even they are late, they are more aggressive than the other industries. So once they realized, they invest a lot, right? And they are very open, right? In terms of digitalization, in terms of IoT, in terms of integrating their plant system to their ERP systems. And even I think if over the period of time, I think you can see that if you look at the last decade or two, I think this sector has started implementing Oracle ERP and SAP as well. Currently, we are implementing SAP. So SAP before, I think you didn't see that in the textile sector, but during the last 5-6 years, you will see that even they have invested into SAP as well. So I think once it was realized, then the progress is very good, I believe. And even we have implemented and the production systems basically, and integrate those systems with our ERP system. We are currently using Oracle ERP, but moving forward, we will be using SAP S/4HANA, and even in SAP S/4HANA, we took the add-on of fashion vertical business, which is an industry-specific solution for fashion industry, basically.
Sorry, I was on mute. My next question based on this would be, we are looking at, of course, a faster online adoption in this industry. And as you said, there are a lot of these decision-making processes and other resources have all moved to online tools and resources that are available. What would you say has been the role of data and analytics when it comes to this industry? Because we've all seen, especially, everybody I think keeps referring to COVID because it feels like a pre-COVID and a post-COVID world. So we always look at that as the benchmark for digitization also. There's been a lot of talk on this, but specific to your industry vertical, I'd like you to answer what's the role that data is playing within your organizations right now, and how are you, of course, championing that? Because as you said, your customer is all over the country. It's different stratas of society. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of data. How is that data coming together to make better business decisions also?
So, sorry, I was looking. Okay, let me give my point of view in this. As data is really very important, and in our organization, same as other organization, the different tools are available in the market. So they provide different type of pictorial and graphical representation to make your decision making easier. Same as in our business, that we have variety of applications, because we have variety of businesses and trying to consolidate and in a centralized system based organization. What we are doing, that whatever we are implementing and whatever we have implemented earlier, so we play with our historical data for different type of analytics, and we are trying to adopt different solutions in the market which based on the analytics. So many BIs available in the market. My friend is also correct me that if I'm wrong, that different ERPs already have different type of BI tools, and there are many third-party BI tools available in the market. They manipulate your data and provide you fantastic information, which give you variety of options to take a good decision in respect of your business, in respect of your planning, because planning is really very important in every business, especially in textile. In this type of situation, when right now in Pakistan, that the market is very versatile, the currency difference, the dollar situation, it directly impacting the business in all area, especially in our purchases, the imports, and it directly impact also the exports, because all the orders, the export orders based on it. So these tools help us to understand the market situation, and after implementing ERP, we are able to jointly have a picture of financials and our production side as well as the sales side. Before this, we had a distributed system, and all the decisions were based on different reports and different analysis based on the experience and on the meetings. But advanced system made our management to have an long range eye of upcoming time and upcoming production planning and the sales analysis on the base of our historical data as well. So we are using it definitely, and on daily basis it is improving day by day, because of the data analytics is not based on a specific period. It requires huge data and trend. Basically, the most important thing is trend. So just we have to prepare the thresholds and some checkpoints to manipulate the data into the figures. So we have different tools in it, especially in our retail business. We are using BI with GTAC, and also we are using Oracle applications, inbuilt BI tools because the new version of Oracle has inbuilt BI. There is no need to implement any external Oracle BI or Power BI tool, but it also has its own importance. And in parallel, in respect of the availability, what we are doing that we are working to place different sensors because of most of our equipment, our plant, our machinery, our electrical plant, electronics, and the mechanical plants. They also have IoT-based system inbuilt in it. But we are also working with one organization which was developed by Karachi, University of Karachi, ND, and NUST, and we just have to sign it. But now, Alhamdulillah, we are partner of it. We are a corporate partner for them, and we'll place some sensors, and we will get real-time data, and it will directly connected with our ERP and maintenance system for the proper decision making and reporting for on the basis of analytics.
Yeah. So, Hafeez, you also talked about significant automation that's been done within your organization, especially in the last 2 years. What would you say has been the role of data and analytics when making, of course, better business decisions?
Well, I believe that the data visualization basically connect a lot many dots. So I believe that there are so many applications. So first of all, we need to understand the application portfolio itself. So, you know, there are different departments and different kind of units within your large, manufacturing units. So I think the first thing that was required is to, you know, understand that what are the total number of applications, why we are using it, right? Sometime because you will find that when people are working in silos, they have implemented same sort of applications which are doing maybe 70 or 60% of work which is already done by another application. So the thing is that if as for a decision maker, for example, if I need to get into the financial of a certain matter, if I need to get to know the product development part, if I need to understand the efficiency of the production system, so everything was, you know, working before independently, and there were, you know, not a sort of tight integration. But with the business intelligence, with the data warehouse, you know, you can pull data from multiple systems. So it's not only your ERP system. Yeah, commonly people, what they do that whatever they implement, they integrate with your ERP system, and then they can view from the ERP system mainly. So the major chunk, I believe, still stays in ERP. But these platforms like Business Warehouse and Data Warehouse, they give you flexibility to, you know, pull the data from multiple systems. Either it's a ERP or a plant, system, or a CRM, or even a cloud, for example, solution like Ahmed said that, for example, they are using a cloud HR system. So people use digital procurement as we are using digital procurement as well. So this gives you a lot of flexibility to pull out the data from all those sources, right? And then build your visualization on that. So now if I want to understand as a decision maker that which of my, for example, customers who are at, at top 10, for example, who are giving me more business than maybe I'm focusing on some other customer with maybe the volume. Sometimes they are giving me good volume, but the margins are coming from a different customer. So, you know, these sort of analysis. And then also you need to understand that I think in our case, yield is very important. Efficiency is the key. Time is the key. So like I explained before that, because in apparel and fashion, I think even the labor hours are very important, because that guarantee your completion of orders, that guarantee the sales order completion and delivery to the customer. And at the end, this industry is so much competitive that, you know, you need to, you know, keep your customer satisfied. So even one order, you know, and even you have years of experience, and, you know, one bad experience can, you know, turn the customer around. So I think it has brought a lot of value in terms of better decision making. I think we are looking forward for more avenues in this as well.
Yeah. This brings me to a very important question on the address of cybersecurity, because when we're talking about pools of data which organizations are gathering, of course, it's for their business intelligence, it's for other tools or other, say, purposes, right? Especially when you're also looking at e-commerce. So then there's a customer data also that you're maintaining, and there's a lot of like regulation that comes in there. Globally, there's been research that the riskiest group in the face of cyber attacks is actually textile companies. What would you have to say there, and how do you rank that as your priority, or does it even fall under your domain? Because traditionally it's not a regulated industry, but there are associations or textile bodies that are working on these things. Is this a priority, if at all?
Okay, let me answer it. Yes, cybersecurity and network security is our first priority. Basically, we are in a business that all of our customers are not belongs to Pakistan, but most of the customer, they belongs to abroad. And when we check our logs and our security logs, so we see that how many attacks are there. Hafeez can understand this. And we always try to improve our security, especially the cyber security when you are in a cloud business and lots of your business is travel on the internet. So what we have done that in past, there were different solutions from market that we were implemented, but right now, what we have done that we have implemented different type of security to protect our internal and external data flow for local area network and wide area network as well. So it purely based on a software-based firewall having different type of capabilities, including endpoint, malware, and different application. Before this, we also have some appliances over there. But what we have done that we implemented dematerialized zone, DMZ zone, to protect our live IPs, which reside on our critical servers or critical IT equipment. Also, what we did that we are using our own connectivity network all over in Karachi, because we based on Karachi, not on Pakistan. We have different 7 to 8 locations in Karachi. So we are using our own private SD-WAN network. It helps us to monitor and to control all the security by ourselves. And we can take different type of measures, as well as we have proper antivirus and anti-malware system implemented. So we always try to keep our security high, and for this we have to bit strict on our users, and we have to face hard time with our partners. But yes, security is high priority. And really very high priority right now. And alhamdulillah, we are trying to control it. And you know what we did that we before this, we hosted our applications and our websites and our cloud-based system outside the data center, third-party data center or something else. But right now, we are using our own data centers, implemented different type of virtualization techniques, having real-time replication, implemented our DR side, having secure layers, encrypted secure layers. And for this, we have to build our team and implemented our experience. We impose all of it. And we are also investing a lot in our cybersecurity and network security. And our management and our IT team knows that it is really very important. A small breaching of information or data can impact big loss of your business and big loss of your data. So we are doing it, and alhamdulillah, in control. Yeah. Hafeez.
Thank you, Hafeez.
Yeah, I think so. I believe that we are more concerned of data protection than information security. So, because I believe that there are recipes, and if you talk about particular in textile, I believe that there are, even in some cases you will see that there are samples with you that you will be testing in your lab, that you will be doing R&D, that even how to develop that fabric, right? And once it is done, right, you don't want this to be known or shared by anyone, right? So I think before information security, organizations in textile, they are more of concern of the data protection itself, that how to protect data. They don't want the data to even sometime travel through emails. They don't want someone to even forward email to their personal emails. So they want this to be blocked, or to be notified to someone if within the organization someone is sending an email to a private email address. So regarding the information security, I mean, yes, again, the thing is a lot of digitalization, a lot of connecting different systems on-prem or cloud, connecting ERP with different platforms working in plant. Definitely it exposes you to a lot of threat in terms of being hacked, or so the attacks that usually nowadays it's very common. I think globally it's a big challenge, because I believe that in a very simple words, if I would like to explain, I think that once you connect with the internet, you are receiving byte and you are sending bytes, so anything can come, no matter you are putting server level security, endpoint security, you are putting hardware firewall, software firewall, right? But yes, I think there are ways just to control and minimize the chances of getting this done. So yes, we are also very much concerned, and also we are continually doing a lot of improvement in this area. Even we are planning for 27001 ISO certification as well. So I think it's a journey. It's because it's a kind of when they created antivirus, before that they created a virus. So each time a new thing is coming up, and especially in technology, I think the pace that it has, I mean, it's a continuing thing that we need to look at.
Absolutely.
Okay, one thing I must mention, that when Hafeez was saying that the data is important, and yes, really, and the most important thing which I missed to mention, that your users, your all employees, your colleague must aware all the techniques and all the threats which are available in the market. So the continuous process is going on, awareness emails, awareness session to your employees, because whenever investigation done after investigation, it proves that somehow any end user put on, if he allows or if or she allows to use USB or other devices, so they put on their devices into the network, and it directly affects not only his instrument, but also the network and the server as well. So it is also a very important part, that how you teach your partners in your organization.
I'd like to also now steer the conversation towards something which is a growing, I think, conversation right now, at least in our part of the country, is towards sustainability. Large scale industries have been in the limelight, especially on the agenda of sustainability. There is a lot of course, global conversation on it, but Pakistan, I think the shift is sort of fairly recent. But now, given that we've all seen the damages done by the floods that have come in 2022, we're all, I think, thinking more consciously, right? There is a greater sense, even in organizations, to sort of cut down on the carbon footprint. Where do you think technology plays that role in driving sustainability into the organization's DNA? Because as we are talking that digitization is the present, I think sustainability is the future, right? If we don't have that as a core element, there are a lot of businesses that are facing, even backlash, for example, globally for the damages that are being done to the environment. So how do you think that your role or technology can really sort of aid in that process?
I don't think so that it directly impacts the textile industry in Pakistan. Not only in Pakistan, also in the region. Basically, as in my earlier statement, I said that we all know, especially in this industry, that technology is having a big role and very important role over there, and it directly impact on the business processes and business data, also on the financial side, and using different planning techniques and analysis and analytics, uh, they directly play a role in the sustainability of the organization. So I don't think so it is impacting this sector.
Okay, if I may like to add with respect to textile industry, I believe that maybe we can think think of sustainability practices in terms of the environmental friendly sort of setups. So I think yes, in especially textile, I believe that there has been always a debate that it had a lot to your environment and the pollution. I think there are there are certain ways that you can use you can reduce basically this injection of pollution to the environment. I think this trend is, however, I agree that this trend is not so much in practice in textile, but we are moving there. I think we are working on this, that how basically, and even I think the social economic initiatives are being taken by the giants in the textile industry, and we are also contributing in this one a lot. Sorry, Aksa, you're mute.
Yeah. If I were to ask you, how do you think, where do you think we're going in 2023? Of course, this is the post-COVID world that we are all living in, with industries like these that are looking at an upward trend when it comes to growth, right? No matter, I think, I don't know if it's the right way of putting it, but no matter what happens in the world, these are industries that will always see that growth, right? What kind of technology trends are we looking at moving towards 2023? Are we looking at more integration of IoT devices? Are we looking at automation? If you could highlight or pinpoint some trends or some priorities, especially in the positions that you are, to talk about this industry specifically.
Okay, what I see in upcoming year, like 2023 or 24, so most of the organizations are thinking to migrate on the cloud-based services or subscription-based services, and this is the major change which I see in parallel with the cyber security, because these days when we see different information technology forums, and we see that what is going on over here, so especially in the industrial side, most of the industries are taking keen interest in their security levels, and also they are planning to migrate their setups onto the public or private clouds. And it will there will be a big change in upcoming 1 or 2 years. In Pakistan, most of the organization they were not planning to do it only because of they were not feeling that it is secure, or it is difficult to place your financial or your business data on the other side. But after watching the trend of the market and the highly availability platforms in the market, so most of the organizations are thinking same as we are, planning to adopt cloud-based solutions. Right now, we are using our private cloud, but it depends that in respect of our cost business analysis and ROI, and we will move towards this. But in current year, the dollar prices are a bit higher, and the most of the organizations are reluctant to invest in this technology and try to retain their infrastructure based or on-prem based solution. But in my point of view, in cyber security and also in the cloud computing, there will be a big change in the market, and it will directly impact our local market, especially in Pakistan. So this is my point of view that in two directions we will work.
Right, Hafeez sir, from your side.
Yeah. So I think, yes, I agree with Ahmed sir. A lot of focus is moving to the cloud, and even that we have even moved our current ERP system to cloud, and even in the future when we are implementing SAP, we have already hosted it to cloud. But I think much of the things has been explained by Ahmed. So I need to be specific about one thing. I believe that in future, the one thing that we are looking forward, and I think even industry is moving, is toward the operational technology, right? So that it's basically sort of a hardware and software that basically detects or cause the change through the direct monitoring of industrial equipment, basically, right? And industrial assets and the processes. So I think the more focus is towards the operational technology. The more focus is on the non-ERP side of it. That how and one of the important thing is that how even machines can be placed who can replace human, and also bring a lot of efficiency, because there are a lot many issues in terms of the labor in Pakistan, by the way, when it comes to the efficiency, when it comes to improving the yield, basically. So I think that part is also very much in focus.
Thank you. I'd just like to ask if there are any closing comments before we summarize and wrap up the session.
Any comment? Okay, I'll just add some points in Hafeez. So as he mentioned that the operational side is, it was not ignored, but that the implementation of technology of your operational side to see that because it directly involve in your machine learning and different type of techniques. So it is also a hot topic over there, and most of the organizations they are planning for the tuning cycle, that they want to make a tuning application for better monitoring and better preventive maintenance. It also basically the organization till now, most of the organization are taking keen interest in their ERP, their human resources application, their CRM, their sales side, but it also very important to look after your operation side, your maintenance side, your machinery, your assets. So as I mentioned earlier, that IoT is going to be implemented, and lots of people are working over here in Pakistan. Lots of big organizations are working. We are also working on it. So it will also be a part. It takes some time, but it will definitely directly impact the businesses and enhance the efficiency, because at the end we have to improve the efficiency through system. And the AI side of Oracle has its own asset management system, and I used to work on Maximo, Info, and other type of, as Hafeez will implement SAP over there. So it has very strong enterprise asset management system, and it helps to the engineering side, the operational side, to maintain the availability and the sustainability of the operation, and especially in the time management factor. So it will also impact a lot for the market, the upcoming market, and this is the right time to learn this technology and to test it in certain areas. That's from my side.
Thank you. Hafeez, have any closing comment?
Yeah, I think we have talked a lot about digitalization and how the business are basically transforming. I think as a technology person, I believe that we are expected, of no more responsible of only the technology part of it, but rather the success. We have the responsibility of success and the failure of the enterprise, right? So I believe that as a CIOs and the technology leaders, I think when we think of implementing any solution, proposing any solution, we are not looking into only in terms of the technicalities of it, but rather than the real value addition that it will bring to the organization, how it will add value to the top line and the bottom line, right? What will be the ROI? I think in this competitive market, I believe that a lot of consideration should be done on the evaluations to get the right fit, because there is a lot of investment involved when it comes to IoT, robotic process automation, and even nowadays, due to the dollar rate, I think even implementing the ERP is becoming very expensive.
Thank you. Thank you very much. With this, I would like to conclude today's session and just doing a quick recap. We touched upon significant, fashion and retail and the apparel industry technology trends and what technology innovation really means for the business, whether it's the retail industry or the textile industry, however you may like to address it. We also talked a little bit about the innovations and what's coming up next in the year 2023 that we're just heading into. So thank you to our speakers, Ahmed Aftab from Ebrahim Group of Companies and Hafeez from Sapphire Group, and our partner today, Commtel, for bringing the session to your screens. With this, we'd like to sign off. Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.
Allah
Hafiz.
Okay.